Welcome, friends, to another Monday motivation. What are we in here? Week 6, week 7 of hashtag bigdubsqueeze. I believe it is week 7. And before we get started, don't forget to use hashtag bigdubsqueeze on your social medias and make sure you're doing what you need to do to enter the February giveaway, which is in every video I release in February. Leave a comment with something good you did, a small step you took that day toward your ultimate goal, and use the hashtag bigdubsqueeze. Also, go back to our big giveaway winner video with big winner, and you can enter to win tickets to ICCCon coming up here in just a couple months. So make sure you're using the hashtag bigdubsqueeze, entering the giveaways. I want to give stuff away, so please join us there. Now, let's talk about today's quote. It is from legendary UCLA basketball coach John Wooden, and it is, "All of life is peaks and valleys. The key is that you don't let the peaks get too high or the valleys get too low." Now, why do we want to talk about that this week? It's something near and dear to me, something I think is worth sharing just because of kind of my journey so far in the first 6 weeks of this challenge. I started off really strong, had a really positive first month. In January, I got nearly 20% of my goal for the year done, and then I've hit a brick wall and gone backwards a little bit. Some of that situation beyond my control. I got a little stomach bug, wasn't feeling good for a few days, had to miss some workouts, and in that I wasn't eating a lot, and then you kind of rebound back the other way, and your body doesn't know what to do with it, especially when you've been pretty regimented, 2 gallons of water every day, or we're staying around 2,000 calories, not a lot of sugar or carbs, things like that, and you get sick, and you've got to try to fix the way you feel because you don't eat for a while. I hurt my wrist pretty significantly, not like a major injury, not like I need to go to the doctor, hospital, or anything, but to the point where it hurts pretty bad on anything with my right hand, which is my dominant hand. So a lot of the punches and stuff we do, I have to go a lot lighter on. It's hard for me to do push-ups and burpees and some of that stuff. So fortunately, some of the instructors have been altering the workouts when it's smaller classes to help me out, or I just have to alter it on my own. And that frustrates me because it's not just is it limiting, but it's on my mind, and I'm thinking about it, and it hurts, and I have to take more breaks. And so I can't keep my heart rate up high enough. It's a lot of excuses, if I'm honest with you. It's just a lot of excuses. So my first 2 weeks of February weren't great. You add that into events. So my buddy Andrew, his 40th birthday was yesterday. So we went down there, and we had we ate kind of snack foods and appetizers, and it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. It's Super Bowl Sunday as I'm filming this today. Those are other reasons to eat goodies. So yeah, all that kind of stuff. Our friend Sarah made brownies at kickboxing, which is a weird statement, I know, but it was a fun thing and trade. And so just all that stuff combines, and you kind of hit a stalemate. So I was at a very high peak after month 1, and I thought, man, I may get done with this whole year in 4 or 5 months and be at my goal. And now I've gone backwards a little bit in month 2, right? It's frustrating. But the key is, don't let your highs get too high or your lows get too low. That's one of the big focuses for me this year. It's one of the things I'm talking the most about. We're trying to find sustainable lifestyle. That's why we're taking small steps. And small steps are going to have setbacks, right? A lot of you have had setbacks. Some of the main people I'm doing this with have struggled to even get started completely, right? They do good in one area, in other areas they can't even get started. And it's hard. There's a reason that all of us are trying to do better in these areas of our life, and we can't just snap our fingers and do it. And it's because it's a challenge. It's not an easy thing to do. And so we have to remember we're trying to find the level space, the stable area to live our life in between the two lines. We don't want to live in between these two lines, and that's what my life's been a lot of time. I can lose a whole lot of weight, or I can gain a whole lot of weight, or I'm up and I'm down, and it's a yo-yo, it's a roller coaster. The highs get really high and the lows get really low. I don't want that, and none of us should want that anymore, right? We should have level, and maybe you have some occasional really high highs that are awesome because something amazing happened at work or with a loved one, a friend, a family member, whatever. And yes, we encounter some super low lows, but let those things be entirely things that are without our control, without our input. When we ourselves are feeding the inputs of the really high or the really low lows, self-inflicted wounds type things, it just makes it very unsustainable. And you're going to end up living only at one or only at other. And you'll ride that roller coaster, right? You'll ride that yo-yo. You can't let things get too high or too low. You got to stay level. You got to stay at a place that's sustainable. And that's something I'm talking, again, I picked this topic this week for me. I need to focus on it because I'm frustrated right now, not just with my injury and being ill and not getting as much done in workouts as I want to, but then my choices I've made as a result of that. And I've not done a good job over the last 2 weeks. And I'm being honest and transparent because that's what this is about. And I need to do better. And so, starting this week, I got to do better. Now, it's going to be hard to start on Valentine's Day as you're watching this because we'll probably do something for Valentine's Day or whatever the case may be. But this week, I got to get back on track. And that's why I've got bigger goals set out there. I've got the goal for the year, but we also have the obstacle course, the mud race that we're going to run in August. I got to make sure I'm in the best shape I can be in for that. There's just a lot of things that are out there that I want to do and I want to work toward, and I want to help encourage all of you, just like a lot of you are helping encouraging me. I'm seeing the hashtags on Instagram. I'm seeing the little positive things you're leaving on the videos. That's great. It helps uplift me. I hope more of us can join in and really start getting back on our exercise train, back on our positive eating, back on our elimination of negative habits, whatever those habits may be. And not ride that roller coaster as much. It's easy to do, especially this weekend of all weekends, Super Bowl, Valentine's Day. There's a lot of emotional feels or reasons to get together, whatever. So let's just remember that quote from Wooden. Don't get too high, don't get too low. You got to stay in the middle. You got to stay in the middle to make it sustainable, right? We can walk around SeaWorld. We go to SeaWorld as a family a lot. We have annual passes there. We can walk around that park all day. And we do it. We walk around all day on the level ground. You can't ride them roller coasters all day. The girls may like to. No, Big Dub, that's at once. And then, once my Action Jackson has been wrecked a couple times by the roller coaster, that's not for me. They may want to, but then they start to feel ill and say, oh, I can't do it. You can't go up and down all day, all the time. You only do that a little bit before you start to have repercussions, before you start to have challenges to the way that your equilibrium is functioning. Same thing is true in life. So let's focus on being middle ground. I'm going to get myself back on track this week. When we talk next week, I'm going to have a positive result, I believe, to share with you. Hope you're all having a good week. Hard to believe we're halfway through February. If you're watching this on the day it comes out and you happen to be celebrating Valentine's Day, whatever that means for you, I hope you enjoy it and have a good Valentine's Day. If you're not, whatever it is you're doing today, I hope it's enjoyable. And you don't, everything I said, you don't have to eat just kale salad if you're going out with your significant other, whatever, for Valentine's Day. You can have a treat. It's all right. You'll get it back the next day. So stay positive. Have a good week. I'll see you next Monday.